In the previous video we talked about how to essentially make change. How to make change efficiently, and whenever we make change in this game, it is essentially to raise our frequency. It is to get a better experience for ourselves. And in this video we're going to talk a little bit about your state of being, your frequency, the choices you make to increase your frequency and keep a high frequency, and we're going to talk about the exercise. We've talked about it before, but it might make a lot more sense now that you have seen the previous video. Before we talk about the exercise, I want you to think a little bit about who you are. And I'm not talking about in the grand scheme of things, source. I'm talking about you and your character. What is it that you care about? What do you like to do in a day? What do you like to learn more about and master? And I want you to understand that whatever it is that comes to mind, whatever it is you recognize that you like to do in a day, it's all fine. You follow your joy. That is the most important thing. If you see that I might be caring about some things that you don't care about, then that is totally fine. In my journey I care about a lot of things. There is a lot of things I think is cool, and I'm looking into it and becoming better at it. But it doesn't mean that you have to focus on the same things. We are different, even though we are the same. And now I want to mention that, yes, we are the same. Ultimately, we are going to somewhat accomplish the same thing. It's a state of being where we are whole in our source-self connection, where we are truly in our power. That power exists in the moment, in centeredness, and it is of course possible to have different levels of accomplishment or understanding of different things in that center. But we don't need to have the same type of understandings. I can understand engines or mechanics, and you might not, and that is totally fine. But nevertheless, to really get to that state of being, we're going to have to do the same type of exercise. It's the exercise of truly being in your power, in a neutral, centered, here and now, source-self connection. And if we understand that the state of being that you are experiencing right now is not the same state of being that you might ultimately want to accomplish, then we can take it from there. Like we talked about in the previous video, all things are different things. And if you go from happiness to happy and centered, then those are two different things. It is not happiness that has evolved into happy and centered. You're experiencing something else, something more complete. In the same way, we talked about how the exercise you did in the previous video, where you took a ball and you let it spin in different directions, is essentially two different balls. It is not the same ball that is changing direction. Those things are two different things. And in this video I want to emphasize that the exercise that we're going to talk about in this video is going to teach you to be in the utmost highest frequency, in your utmost center, in your utmost power. But you need to remember that for you to be able to do that, you need to hold everything with an open hand, hold your now state of being with an open hand. You really need to be willing to let go of everything, no matter the cost, no matter what you might lose in yourself, for example, by rather experiencing the more complete, higher frequency that this exercise is going to allow you to experience. Now, we have talked about the exercise before. You don't need to sit like this to do it. You can do it in any way you want. You can lay down, you can do it as you walk, you can do it as you sit. It doesn't matter. It is a mental exercise that you do whenever you want to. And I think it's going to be a lot easier for you now that you know how to make change. Now that you probably have a more clear picture of how it works. It is not about turning what you are experiencing into something else. It is about letting go of what you are experiencing to rather experience something else. And when you now know that you want to experience, let's say, the highest frequency, the most beneficial state of being for you, the most empowered state of being, then you can now probably see in your mind's eye an idea of what that is going to be like. I want you now to understand that you can experience it, you really can, but you need to let go of what you have, because you are experiencing that in a different way right now. It might not be to the level of a frequency that you are seeing in your mind's eye, but whatever you are experiencing now, it needs to go for you to experience that thing. There is no way around it. If you can realize that for yourself, if you can understand it, then you can hold your present state of being with an open hand and really experience the state of being that you are seeing in your mind's eye. So you can sit like this now if you want, you can close your eyes if you want, and you can start to wonder, what is it you want to experience? What is it that you actually want to experience? What level of power? What level of frequency? What is it like to truly be here and now in the moment, in the utmost center, in the utmost power, in complete clarity of the game? If that is something you think is interesting, you sprinkle on whatever you like, and you let it come to mind, what that looks like. And you might have just a faint little idea of it. But in that little idea right there, you have it. That is it. And you can see it more clearly, but you don't have to. That is all you have for now, and it is enough. You can choose to focus on it, and it's going to grow, and it's going to become your experience. Now, for you to really master that state of being, you will need to choose to live in it. If you are going to choose to live in it, then that means that you're going to experience it at all times. It's going to be 24/7, even though there is only here and now. You're going to have to experience it in every now moment. And for you to accomplish that, you will need to do this exercise a lot. So think carefully about what you really care about. It might be very difficult for you to become something that you're not. If you want to learn to make music, learn to mix the music, record it, there's a lot more to making music than you might think at first. And this is often why people try different things in life, but they don't really see it through, because it's not for them. If ultimate clarity about all things isn't something that is really interesting for you right now, then that is totally fine. But what is interesting for you? That is the thing you're going to focus on, because you see, it's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of exercise to truly master that here and now in this moment. So don't fool yourself. Focus on the thing that you really care about. That could be happiness, that could be joy, that could be a healthy, highest frequency mindset about the game and yourself, maturity, whatever you want. That is what you focus on. And just remember that you need to let go of what you have for you to have this thing that you can see in your mind's eye. Now, if you have benefited from this video, I highly appreciate your support. If you are a new supporter or you still haven't supported, big respect and appreciation to you if you choose to support. Abundance, health and prosperity to you all. Thank you so much.